On Saturday afternoon, Arsenal will be playing away in the Vitality Stadium against Bournemouth in, I believe, our 7th Premier League game of the season. Now, historically, in the head-to-head record against Bournemouth in the last 5 games, we've won 4 and drawn only 1, and we had that goal and that comeback, that goal from Reece Nelson on the 4th of March at home, the one that all of us thought would win us the Premier League, but here we sit with no Premier League. Anyway, moving on. We're playing against Bournemouth. It's going to be a tough game. Bournemouth, though, aren't in the greatest of form. They only have 3 points after 6 games. They are coming off a win against Stoke City, winning 2-0 in the EFL Cup third round, but it is Stoke City, which is a championship team. Their last Premier League game, they lost 3-1 to Brighton, but then again, who hasn't lost to Brighton so far this season? So yeah, it's going to be a tough game. We're going to run through my lineups, my predicted starting lineup for the game, the injuries, the matchups we may see, and how I think the game is going to play out. So what's going on, everyone? You're listening to Gunner Central here. I hope everyone is doing well. So we're going to be coming into this game. I don't know what I'd say our form is. In the past 2 games, that one game being Brentford, one game being Tottenham, we haven't lost, but we haven't looked great, let's be honest. I think the game before Tottenham, we beat PSV 4-0. We looked so good. Against Everton, the game before, we looked okay. Tottenham, we looked average, and Brentford, we looked average as well. So we're not in the greatest of form, but this might be a game that we need to get us kick firing again. You know, we have Bournemouth now, and then it's Champions League, then it's City, then it's Chelsea. It's a hard run up coming. We need to make sure we take these games and we win these quote-unquote easier games. So we aren't in the greatest of form, but like I said, this is a perfect game to get us going. Hopefully we can do that on Saturday. Now, earlier I mentioned the fact that Bournemouth weren't in the greatest of form, and that stands true. Look, they beat Stoke City and they beat Swansea. Those are their only wins of the season, and those were EFL Cup games or Carabao Cup games. They played West Ham, they got a draw. They played Liverpool and Tottenham, they lost both of those. They drew with Brentford, which is a good result for them, and they drew with Chelsea, which, I don't know, depending on how Chelsea's playing, it might be a bad result for Bournemouth. They could have won that game. Iraola has them playing decent football. Although winless the Premier League, I don't think they've been too bad. I don't think they've been great. They've been decent to watch, but obviously they haven't even won a game yet in the Premier League, and their only games come in the Carabao Cup. So, like I said, I know they're going to be at home. I know the Vitality Stadium's going to be rocking. Even though it's a small stadium, the atmosphere is crazy there. We should still look to win this game. We have too much quality. How much rotation we should do? Well, that's another topic we'll speak about later. But as good as Bournemouth have been playing, like in moments they look so good, they play free-flowing football under Iraola, but they're not getting the results. And I don't see a reason why they should get the result against us, if any. We should go in there, we should leave with 3 points. Anything less, I'm going to be quite upset. I can't lie to you. Anything less other than 3 points, it's going to be a loss, essentially. Now, for our injuries, obviously outside of Timber, it's not looking too bad. Look, I don't think Saka is going to play. Declan Rice could play, but I wouldn't start him. I would let him play Champions League against City. I don't think Saka and Rice play, although I wouldn't mind if they do. Martinelli as well. I think same as Saka and Rice. He could probably play, but I don't see Arteta willing to risk him. So hopefully those 3, none of them get to play, but like I said, if they're fit enough, then I don't mind Arteta playing them. For Bournemouth, they have a decent amount of injuries. Kelly, he's unknown when he's going to come back. Meepen, Marcondes, Fredericks, Scott, all of them are rumored to only be coming back later on in October. Kelly, they don't know when he's going to be coming back, so I don't expect to see any of them. Kelly's a decent player for them. Mepham's okay. The rest, kind of fringe players, so it's not too much to worry about for Bournemouth in terms of injuries and suspensions. Now, onto the starting 11 that I expect to see at the Vitality Stadium for Arsenal. That's going to be an interesting one, as it always is. I think the goalkeeper is going to be quite obvious. It's going to be David Raya. I think Ramsdale did very well on the week against Brentford. He was my man of the match for the game. But I do think Arteta is going to stick with Raya in goal. Maybe we see a Ramsdale game in like 2 weeks' time, but I think Raya is our starting number 1 keeper, and I think he's going to start against Bournemouth. Although I really wouldn't mind if Ramsdale can play his old team. Ramsdale's proven very good in the Premier League, so I think we should start him, but I'm a Ramsdale supporter. I do think Raya's going to start. I think the backline is going to be pretty much the same. I don't think much rotation. Maybe because Tomiyasu has such a good game in the Carabao Cup and we want to kind of play some rotation. Maybe Tomiyasu starts again. Over whom? Maybe Ben White, maybe Gabriel, whoever's tired. I expect Saliba and Zinchenko to start. If Rice can't start, you'd imagine we'd go with Jorginho again, who played okay against Brentford. He wasn't great, wasn't bad. Did much better than the Tottenham performance. Midfield, I expect to see Odegaard and probably Havertz. I expect to see Havertz again. He didn't have a great game against Brentford. He was good defensively in the air, but like we're just hyping up some clearance headers, to be fair. I expect to see Havertz because I think Arteta wants to play him against quote-unquote weaker teams so that Havertz can maybe get a goal or assist to get that confidence up. But I would personally go with Vieira. I enjoyed Smith Rowe's performance, but I don't think it's good enough to put him in the starting 11. I expect to see Smith Rowe come off the bench, so that, or I hope to see it, let's be honest. Trossard, I think, will be fit enough to play against Bournemouth, not Brentford. Bournemouth, I expect to see Trossard start. Otherwise, I expect to see Jesus as well, and you know what, to be fair, I wouldn't mind seeing Reece Nelson start again. I think he was really good against Brentford. He was a spark, especially in the first half. Obviously got the goal that sent us through to the next round. I would start Nelson, and he got that awesome goal against Bournemouth, but on the 4th of March earlier this year, so I would definitely start Reece Nelson in this game. Yeah, so my starting 11 for the game, I would go, if it was up to me, if it was completely up to me, not what I think is going to happen. What I think is going to happen, I think it's Ryerson starting goal, but me personally, I'm starting Ramsdale in goal, so Raya can play Champions League and then City. I'm having Ramsdale in goal, left back Zinchenko, 2 centre backs Saliba and Gabriel. Right back, I would actually probably start Tomiyasu. He's come off a good performance. You can give Ben White some more rest because Ben White did play in the week, so I wouldn't mind Tomiyasu playing. CDM, I'm having Jorginho play, and then my midfield, I'm having, if it's up to me, Odegaard and Vieira. Up top, I'm having left wing Trossard, striker Jesus, and my right wing would be Reece Nelson. Well, I suppose Reece Nelson and Trossard could probably switch which wing they want to play. Now with my starting 11, I would love to know how you guys think the game's going to play out. Who do you think is going to start? Who do you think is going to be benched? What starting 11 would you go with? And what's your prediction for the game? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.